Ready? Was there a Starbucks close by?
About half mile down the main road that we came in. That way, there's the gateway about a half mile.
Oh, I see.
My host, right? Oh, could you hold this for me, please? I kind of have a lot of stuff. I'm just going to drop this here. I'll be right back, okay? And maybe my purse. I'll be right back. Hi. Oh, hi, I'm Sandy. I'm going to be your host for the day. I'm going to be your consultant. Hi, I'm Sandy. Nice to meet you. Whew. Okay, it's just going to take me half an hour or so to set up. Right? You guys are just going to wait, right?
No.
No. So, what did you think when you saw me bring all of this junk here and throw it all down, throwing stuff at my hostess?
That's tough.
That's tough.
You're bringing in a lot of
I'm
stuff.
bringing in a lot of stuff, right? It's heavy. I'm stressed out.
Making multiple trips.
I'm making multiple trips. This lady needs some Starburst, honey, too. So you're gonna find out real quick from my class.
Who was
You
that?
get rewarded when you participate.
Oh.
Right there, right there.
I'll hurt somebody.
Is that how that works? So this presentation is on rocking your party with only your starter kit. So what I'm here to tell you is you don't need this. You don't need this. You don't need this. You need clothes. You need a little bit of clothes, right? You don't need all this Scentsy stuff. You know, I'm sure that they're not thrilled to hear that. Although I know they are, because Orville has told us at convention himself, don't spend money before you make money. You're here to build a business. It's about making money for yourself and your family. You don't want to go out and buy all this stuff. There are some more very important reasons you don't want to go out and bring all of this stuff to your party. I learned the hard way. When I came to my first party, I was bleeding purple. I was drinking the Scentsy Kool-Aid. I wanted to show them everything. I had plugins. I had mid-sized warmers. I had Scentsy bars, a thing. I had all of this stuff. And my hostess told me she ended up joining my team the first home party I did. But she told me, she said, I seriously was not going to join. I really wanted to do Scentsy, but I didn't want to do what you did. Okay, so the most important thing that you need to get across in a party is you want people to be able to do what you do. Not only that, even if you're not attempting to build a team, you want people to get that idea like, I can have a Scentsy party, I can have a Velada party, I can have a Dracidel party. It's so easy. This consultant is going to come in and they're just going to do everything in a snap. They're not going to spend a lot of time in my house. They're not going to spread their stuff all over the place. They're going to have a nice, simple, clean party, and they're going to get out. And I'm going to get all the rewards, right? So isn't that what everybody wants? So give me a second to clean all this up. All my extra junk that I do not need for a Scentsy, Velada, or Dracidel party. Drag it all away. And then I will come and introduce myself. So my name is Sandy Ayala, and I'm a local Scentsy director, team Getting Warmer. Woo! Part of my team is here. I'm so excited. We have 17 members at Spring Sprint today. So I'm happy to have all of you here too to hopefully learn how to do a nice, simple party that will put your guests at ease, put your hostess at ease, and just show you how to do a clean party. Okay? So I always like to start my parties off with a game. You guys want to play a game? Yeah. I promise. So one of the things that I do at a Scentsy party is use my stuff from my starter kit. This is Javi. Javi just came back from Mexico, so he's wearing his little hat. So I like to use my buddy that came with my starter kit to play a game. And so I'm just going to close this door. a little loud. So I use Hobby to play my favorite game. Actually, one of my consultants, Nancy, plays this game religiously. And she's the one that introduced me to it. And it's been so successful because the great thing about this game is it just calms everybody down, puts them at ease, and you can pass your buddy. So if you hold Hobby, we're going to play this game. And I've got prizes here. So this game is called Pass the Gift. Now, on some of these questions, we might have to act like we know each other a little bit better than we do. But if you don't have a friend here, then we'll just raise our hand and answer the question. So this is called Pass the Gift, and you play this at your Scentsy, Velada, or Grace Delbert. So you can't keep the gift, but please no tears. Give it to the one you've known for the longest amount of years. If you don't know anybody, just give it. Remember, these are party guests, so they probably know each other a little bit better than some of us do. But you can do this one. Take the gift and look around and give it to someone with eyes of brown.
Over here.
I come here. Perfect. Please look around with eyes discreet and give it to the girl with the cutest shoes on her feet.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, really?
Right here.
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
Now we can pass the gift to someone who is short or small.
I'm sure.
Now pass it to someone who is very tall. That's not me. Okay, this is going to be a hand raiser. Please take your time and don't be harried. Give it to the one who is longest married. So we're going to go 10 years.
Oh.
15 years.
Oh, longest married.
Oh,
wow, we're so good.
Keep going.
Yeah.
17 or
29.
29.
Wow.
You must be proud of your married life, but you must now pass it on to the newest wife. So less than a year? Anybody? Oh, right behind you. There you go. You can't keep it. You must share it. Please pass it to the one with the longest hair.
Okay, that's her again.
We come here to party, to shop, and to dine. Pass it to the one who will likely drink the most wine. They always think if people are driving themselves out. It's
Party only though.
Somebody walked, some came in a car. Now the gift goes to the one who came from afar. So anybody outside of California?
Wow.
Oh, 3. Okay, where are you from?
Reno. Eagle Point, Oregon.
There you go. Perfect.
Thank you.
She doesn't get to keep it, so please have Kitty. You must now pass it to someone who is born in the city. And I know one, at least. Oh, very good. I'll bring it over. Bring Hobby. We're still not going to pass, we still are going to pass it. It's not going to linger. The gift now goes to the girl with the most rings on her fingers. Anybody with more than 5? More than 4? 4? 3. Give it to one of them. See how easy it is? The answer is always yes. Just always keep it going. You still have a chance, so have no fear if you're the one with a birthday year. Yay! Perfect. Now, don't get cross and please don't fight, but pass it to the person who is 5th on your right. And I have to go around.
Going this way.
We're going to stop now. Don't you agree? The gift is yours to open and see. Of course, there's nothing to open there. But I do have a gift. Woo!
All right.
So, this is tip number 2. 1, pass your buddy, part of your starter kit. Tip number 2, you can either give a dollar candy bar or something from the dollar store, or you can get something from your kit. You got a question back there. Go ahead.
Is there a way to share that poem?
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's actually on your resource tab right now. It's called Party Games. It's under your resource tab on the workstation.
I think
Party
it's on
Games.
page 18.
And that poem is on page 18. There you go. So, just because we're talking about Scentsy, let's continue with doing your home party with only your starter kit. So we talked about the buddy. We talked about maybe potentially giving a gift from your starter kit. You can use the bar that came with your starter kit to warm at the party. So again, it's all part of the same package. Everything came in. Your party tester box is perfectly fine for bringing your testers in. I like to separate mine into categories. And while we're talking about that, you can make your own category cards. Again, there's nothing to say that you have to go and spend a lot of money before you make the money. So one of my consultants just made these category cards and laminated them. You can just draw pictures on here of the ocean for the spa scents, or what kind of whatever makes you think of that particular category. And then you can group your testers just on a table simply by the category card. This tablecloth I got on Amazon for $9. So you don't have to even have a tablecloth. If you're brand new, you haven't had time to shop the Scentsy store yet, use what you have in your house already, or get something nice and reasonable from a large outlet store like that. During the winter months, I use my holiday tablecloths, whatever. My Thanksgiving tablecloth becomes now my Grace Adele tablecloth for my home parties. I also like to use whatever the hostess has available to showcase. As you can see today, and we'll get into these other products, but today I just used chairs because that's what I had. And sometimes that may be what you have. But again, the idea is not to be dragging in a bunch of stuff. There's my friend, the water guy up there. Say hi, water guy. It's not to be dragging in a bunch of stuff, and taking up your hostess time, making yourself crazy. You're going to feel so much better if you're relaxed and just ready to go and do your party. You're not hauling in a bunch of stuff. You're not overwhelmed by a bunch of other things on your table. I also like to decorate for the seasons, again, with stuff I have in my house. For Velada, here's just a little hot chocolate plate. That's one of my dessert plates from home. So you could use this even for Scentsy around Valentine's Day or Grace Adele. But I use the things that I have in the house to decorate my table. And you're not spending a bunch of money, and you're keeping it really simple. Another thing I love to do with our new layers line is pass around the layers. And if you haven't used our body lotion, take some. That's what it's there for. So I pass around my sample that I got with my starter kit at every party. And I let people go ahead and try it. And I never had anyone buy a layers product until I started passing it around. Because that's something that people need to experience for themselves. So that's why I bring them all the stuff they give us. Another real easy, nice tip for your parties is you could just take your catalog and put your order form right in the middle of the catalog. You don't have to have anything fancy. Put a bunch of pens on the table, slide that right in there, and then they have their order form with their catalog when they come up to your table to pick it up. They get everything in one package and just grab a pen off your table. You can also have your invitations on your table, because if you're doing your job as a consultant out there, you're booking parties from parties, right? That's what makes our business continue. You always want to be thinking about booking that next party from the party that you are doing the demo for right then. So I always have my invitations there, because you can build, just with a little dollar store bag, you can build your little hostess packet, put some order forms in there, and you can hand that to your new hostess right then and say, Priscilla, so your mom booked a party off your party, now you get a half price item, and I'm going to give your mom this bag right now, and she's got everything she needs to start her own party. Her little invitations, couple catalogs, some order forms, and she's getting outside orders before her party starts. Any questions so far? Yes.
Typically, like if
if you do a bag like that, how many invitations or catalogs do you put in?
I like to put in at least 10 invitations because you're going to get about 1 in 3 people coming to a party. So you at least want to give that hostess a expectation of at least inviting 10 to 40 people. I like to do 40. If you can afford it and you can hand those out, I would give them 40. And then you get 10 that probably will show up. So that would be awesome. Yes?
Do you run the risk of giving them it and then them not actually having the party? Is that a concern or not really?
You do, but that's why when I play a booking game, I'll give them, as a prize for a booking game, I'll give them a half-price coupon or some type of coupon because then, yes, you're out this $1 bag and some invitations and I don't
So you
know.
don't put anything else in it?
So I don't put anything else in it.
Okay, gotcha.
So they're going to get their half-price item at the next party. So you're never giving it to them up front.
Gotcha, okay.
So yes, then you're only out the $1 bag and what you get.
So you're saying if the half price gift goes to the hostess or the person who books?
Well, I'm talking about 2 different things here. So if Priscilla was my hostess today, then she would get the half price. That's the perpetual party reward,
Okay.
right? So what I was talking about with her is not giving gifts at the party for a future booking. If you're playing like a booking game in which you're going to say give them a half price item for booking a party today, I would give them a coupon for that half price item, not the actual item itself, so that you're not out that product.
And wait until after they have the party.
Correct.
So they follow.
Exactly. So,
I had a question.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
So I started doing the order form in the catalog, and then people were completely, like, everyone wants to dive in, smell, and start writing stuff down. Then they were getting confused on the order forms, and then I would have to give them new order forms, and then I was, like, wasting a bunch of order forms. So I started printing, like, making a wish list
Uh-huh.
sheet, and
Absolutely.
putting that in there instead, and then when they bring it up, I would, you know, like, I'd meet with them and go over it, and then I would put the combine and says, like, oh, you can do this or that, because they were getting too confused, and I don't know if I wasn't
Or they
explaining
changed
it
their
enough.
mind.
Yeah, they were like constantly, it was just a disaster.
I actually had
They're probably spending too much money on their wish list.
Well, then you get them to book a party, right? You say, oh, look at all these wish list items you have. You should have a Scentsy party. Or you should have a Grace Bell party. I'm sorry, were you going to get some
Yeah,
feedback?
I was gonna say, I actually had someone fill out her own sheet. She was one of my best friends. So
Uh-huh.
she filled out her own order form, and when the products came, she wanted the core warmer, with, 2 core warmers, but she just wrote the sleeve down, so I thought she wanted 1 with 2 sleeves. And
Oh.
so then she didn't even get what she really wanted. And so
I think it's definitely important to go over everything with them at the end. I think you can absolutely use a wish list. I do both. Even just, you know, the grocery store magnet list that you put on your fridge, those make great wish lists. If you don't, you know, if you're just want something right now, Jeanette just started, so she may not have time to get to the Scentsy store. You can get one of those grocery store wish lists, tear off 1 sheet, put it in with the order form. Sometimes I do mess up the order forms, I agree. I'll usually just write it on there the way I can read it. I'll just modify their order form, but that's personal preference, I think. I think you're fine either way. There are a couple questions back here.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, just give you what I do is, for one, I don't give them order forms until I'm done with my spiel, so they're not writing down, and I fill it out for them usually, because that helps me, because I was having problems too with that.
Yeah, definitely, if you're not filling it out for them, you want to be at least looking at what they're writing down, making sure there are not any discontinued scents, because sometimes people, even if you don't have it in your testers, they just know that scent, you know they like cashmere or whatever it was, that's not a tester, and so you want to be conscious of that.
Yeah, actually, when you have your parties, do you go through like every page of the catalog, or you just kind of like go whatever's on your table and like talk about it?
I do not go through every page, but I think there are some very important things you do want to show them. And thank you, great segue into the next part of our presentation. No, that's perfect. So I definitely do like to point out plugins because we don't have plugins with our starter kit. So I like to talk to them about that. You know, I can tell them about the approximate size of the plugin, how it twists together. It's usually pretty easy to tell them. I like like to tell them about the element warmers because you wouldn't have that with you. I absolutely like to talk to them about the combine and saves, and I should have marked my catalog, you guys, I apologize. But combine and saves and how they can save some money, and again, you do want to be looking over their order form with them. When you go to checkout, I always do that. So whether you do it before or after, you just want to be checking that whole order form because you want to try and save them money. If you see that they ordered 3 bars and a plug-in and a full-size warmer, you know you can combine that into companion system. Very good. So you're going to do your companion system, and they're thrilled that you save them some money, right? Also, the other things I like to go over again are layers, because we smelled that a little bit. I like to tell them that it does not come in every scent. And the same thing with these travel tins, the scent packs. You want to make sure that they know before they start filling out their order form that it does not come in every scent. And you'll save yourself a lot of hassle in the long run. Yes?
So I've experienced kind of going through that system and then like this line forms and then you're like 30 minutes with 10 or 12 people and you're kind of feeling bad and people are like, I gotta go, and then you're like, oh, I'll take her first because you're not in a hurry. How can you flow through getting through everyone and not making people feel like they have to wait?
I try and start fairly early and kind of look around and see who's almost done and work with them first before you start getting the line. But I don't think you can completely avoid that because I think people have to smell the scents when you're talking about Scentsy. They have to smell it first. Some are just going to take longer than others. So if you stay right there in the party, rather than being on the outside or sitting down, I'm trying to be in the mix and smelling with them and suggesting things, which we'll get to. We're going to play another game, my favorite game, and get them to tell you what they like about fragrance in general, and then you help them. So you kind of know when those people are going to be done, and you can take them first and kind of try and separate it out a little bit more.
I don't know about everybody else, but I've never had a home party.
Okay.
So for me, it's kind of like, how do you start that conversation? How do you, I mean, obviously you have the game, but I mean, it's like, how do you?
I'm going to take her question, and then we'll go over it real quick.
I just want to say to piggyback off what the first person said, I usually go to my parties and bring a friend with me to help me so that she's talking about the things and keeping them company while I'm doing orders.
Sure, that's great if you can get somebody to come with you. I know I have a couple of mother-daughter teams on my team, and they'll do it together. You don't always have that option, but if you do, that's fantastic. That'll definitely help you. So I've done a little bit, kind of shown you what I do as far as passing them around, but what I would do is I like to get to somebody's party between an hour and a half an hour ahead of time. And then I'm going to set up my table, again, not taking over their space. I use their existing space, a coffee table. I've used TVs. I've used dining room tables. You know, you always
So you don't take your own table?
I do not take my own table unless they insist. Unless they specifically tell me I have to take my own table, I don't, because I think it's so much easier to show people how simple it is to do this if you're just using what they have. And typically they have either a coffee table or a dining room table, or a card table. You know, I've definitely had lots of husbands of the wife, you know, drag out the card table for me, things like that. But I prefer, if I can all just get them to allow me to use their space, it just is such a more aha moment to people that, oh, this is not a big deal. You know, it's not, I don't want to have, who's been to like a jewelry party where they describe every piece and they walk around and they, you know, pull out every piece and put it on a mannequin, put it on themselves, and it lasts an hour. Where you're not going, I gotta go. I don't want to sit through all of this. So my presentation is 15 minutes, using what they have, using what I have, these smaller displays, again, themed for Valentine's Day, Christmas. I have a small Christmas tree. You know, I've got Valentine's Day cups that I'll just put, little martini cups that are purple and red that go perfect with any of these displays, and just set it up really simply like that. I do 15 minutes. I introduce myself. I say, hi, I'm Sandy. Sandy. I'm a Scentsy consultant. I met Jill through wherever I met Jill, and I'm a friend of a friend, whatever. And then I say why I love Scentsy, and I'm glad you asked this because one of the great ideas that I got from leadership is your why. And she called this her why chest or her love chest. And it's all about little props that remind you why you choose Scentsy. It kind of goes with our theme, right? So I like to bring in my little props for why I'm doing what I'm doing. And that connects you with someone, right? If you hear about me and you know that I am doing this because I love to travel and I love these two people and I love the friendship that comes with Scentsy. Scentsy has allowed me to go to Indianapolis and Las Vegas and New York City and take my family to Disneyland and all of these things that I have and my team and the friends I've made with Scentsy. That connects you to them, and so that's a big part of my presentation is just telling them why I do this. And I think that you have a lot better chance of getting someone to host a party for you or join your team when you do that. So my presentation again is all about these products here. What Scentsy is, you want to develop a 30-second commercial about Scentsy or Bellotta or Grace Adele, and we haven't even gotten into those. I'm lucky I have 45 minutes. So I say Scentsy is a wickless candle. It's flameless. It's scents that are warmed by a light bulb. You put a cube of our wax in your favorite warmer. The light bulb warms it, and you have no soot, no fire danger, no harmful chemicals released in the air, and our scents come in over 80 delicious fragrances. So that's my 30-second commercial, and they go, oh, yeah, because when I have this plugged in, they get it. You know, I'll tip it and I'll show it to them and say, hey, here's the light bulb, and they say, oh, yeah, I get that. And then I leave time at the end after I've described a travel tin and our scent circles and how our buddies have the packs for the scent packs in the back and all of that. I leave time at the end because they probably do have questions if they've never experienced Scentsy before. And then they ask all of their questions, and then I invite them to come up and smell all of my scents. And I just did this to make it easy so that you guys could just see that I have all the scents here. And I just put this on a coffee table, or I can, take all of my categories and spread them out on the coffee table, and people can dive in there and smell. And then I just stand right by that table, and I visit with people, and I talk to them, and I say, what do you like to smell? Jeanette, what's your favorite smell? Not Scentsy scent. What's your favorite smell?
I guess more like a flowery.
Perfect. So you may be part of our romance line, and so then I would do like a Forever Yours or, a Lucky in Love, and I'd start suggesting things for her to smell. And that's how I do my presentation. Questions?
What do you say to someone who says that they're allergic to fragrance?
I say there probably are a lot of fragrances you're allergic to. Typically someone is not allergic to every fragrance. But there are some people that may not, Scentsy may not be for them. Have you tried chocolate? We have a lot. I would say, I don't think, my experience has been that those people usually don't come to Scentsy parties. If they would truly think that they're allergic to all scents, they're usually not there. But if they are, say, what is your mom like? What are your friends like? Do you have anybody getting married this year? Scentsy makes a great gift with some great bridal warmers and baby shower, absolutely. So we've been spending a lot of time on Scentsy. One of the things Meredith stressed to us that we're doing the presentations, and I apologize for you guys that are over there because we're going to be a little bit over here looking at Bellotta. One of the things she stressed is that we have 3 brands, right? So Scentsy is my comfort zone. I know Scentsy very well. So I'm not as comfortable with these guys, but I definitely love them both. So Velada is super, super easy to do with the starter kit because that's it. That's all you need right here, right? You'll notice maybe that I have my warmer over here. You can grab a bag of pretzels and your chocolate and your warmer, and then you've just got the rest of your starter kit here, your invitations. Right now, mixables, you guys know mixables are not in the next catalog, right? So you'll be getting a rub if you sign up for Velada now instead of the mixables, but that'll be your rub. And then again, who doesn't have a cute little plate somewhere in their house for a dessert plate, or a cute little serving utensil, something like that, that they could bring with their Velada catalog? Super easy. I want to talk about the raclette because I think the raclette is something that's easy to show in the book. And what I would do if I'm just bringing my Velada starter kit, because we didn't have raclettes, right? So, but what I will do now that we do is offer a raclette party maybe for the future. So you're doing your standard Velada presentation and Velada kit home party. You can offer up, hey, let's have a night, let's have like a Benihana night and do a raclette party. Wouldn't that be fun? You know, that's what I love about the raclette is having family over and making all kinds of different things, you know, cutting up sausage and asparagus and putting the rub on the asparagus with a little olive oil. It's delicious. And oh, I tell you that, melted cheese in the bottom, oh, so good. I love it. I want it every time I start thinking about that. So you can offer to do that, or you can even offer to have a home party and invite all of your Velada hostesses for the second one, so you don't have to drag this raclette out into the world, because it is heavy, I'll tell you that. So same kind of thing, and you can put your order form right in this catalog and pass those out. Another thing I didn't talk about with Scentsy yet is that your starter kit gives you the startup guide, right? So you also have everything you need to talk to people about hosting and joining Scentsy in here. Even in your catalog, you've got all your hostess information, right? Somebody asks you, how many half price items do I get if I have a $425 party? Where are you gonna look? Yeah, back of your catalog, right? If somebody wants to know more information about joining, it's all right here. It's all the stuff that you learned when you joined, right? It's all here in your starter kit, all about shooting stars, initial start, all kinds of good information to give people potential recruits for joining. So we have those for every brand, of course. So, while we're talking about Velada, who has not tried our chocolate? Anybody in here? Okay, you three, come on up. Have some caramel chocolate. I brought it for you guys. And push it forward a little bit. There's some napkins too. You're welcome. So this is our caramel milk chocolate. I told you this is going to be interactive. There's napkins there if you need them. You've never tried it? Come on up. This is supposed to be fun, you guys. We don't work on Wall Street, right? We work for Scentsy family. Little treat us for lunch. Good. That's not I said fun, right? They don't go together. Fun. So that's what I would do. This is what I do at a Velada party, you know? I bring something simple, like pretzels, super easy. I'm doing it. You have your Grace Adele party, here's your starter kit, right? So, doesn't look all that fabulous laid out like this, but watch. When I pick up this purse, when I go to a party and I pick up this purse and I say, here's what I want to tell you about Grace Adele. Grace Adele is Transformers for chicks. You guys heard that? It's my favorite tagline. One of our director's husbands made it up, Transformers for chicks. And what he did was he built a bunch of different Grace Adele purses and put it on a flyer, right? So we can print that out right on our resource tab. And then all I do during the party, it's kind of hard without a table, is I build my little purse and I show them how you can transform your look super easy. Well, maybe not super easy.
It's still got the stuffing in it, Sandy.
Yeah. There you go. So now you have a totally different look. You put the matching wallet with it, and you've got your whole complete look. You can add a charm here, a clip-on. And then I like to hook it up here. Give it a little height. I don't know if you noticed I did that with my Scentsy warmer too. Always like to give it a little height. I don't think this is going to stand up on this chair, but put your little wallet here, stand it up, and look how different that looks from how I had it just laying there. And then you can talk about my very favorite item of Grace Adele is actually this, and I'm not going to hold that there the whole time. It's actually this little cell phone holder. I love these. 20 bucks. You know, who doesn't have 20 bucks to spend? So if you go to a party and you're passing around a little $20 item, little phone holder, it's awesome. You can show how you can clip it on your purse. Fabulous. Did you have a question?
No, I just wondered if it holds the big phones.
Hi. Some of them it does, some of them have not worked so well. But look how cute that is. It's adorable even with purple. So go ahead and try it. And this is what you would do at a home party, right? So you pass that around. I do this all the time.
Yeah, it might be possible.
Without the little case, yeah. So look how cute that is. So you could even play pass the gift with this and give them a $1 candy bar because once, see, people want to hold it. That's what it, hold it in their hands and look at it. And that's really all you need. You're teaching a concept with this, right? And then you just have your order forms and your catalogs. Other questions? Yes.
So say you're having a Scentsy party, and you sell all 3 products. Do you put out, do you mention the other products? Because say there's somebody that you see who like really has like a bling bling purse, and you're like, ooh, that I could get under, you know. Do you like mention the other products?
If I'm doing a home, now you're talking a home party, right?
Yeah.
Because you know we can't do that when we're out in public and
Right.
But if I'm doing a home party, I always have all 3 brands in my kit here, in my bag that I bring. So if somebody, and I definitely have this happen, so if somebody, oh, it's over here. If somebody says, oh my gosh, look at your purse, I love that purse, I say, oh, this is our purse line, this is Scentsy's purse line. I've had people smell my purse, or their nuts. I say it's a Scentsy purse. But yes, so I will give them a catalog, and there's nothing wrong with them booking a Grace Adele party off your Scentsy party. Maybe Jeanette wants some half price for Grace Adele too.
So you can't sell all the products at the one party?
You can, absolutely. Was that your question?
No,
Can you?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. At a party you can, but not like at an event.
Correct. And I will caution you a lot on selling all 3. Number 1, it divides up your host rewards because Jill may be fanatical about the purses and may not want any Scentsy. And typically you'll have one or the other. You'll have a bunch of people that are crazy about the purses and buy all Grace Adele, and nobody buys the Scentsy, or everybody buys Scentsy and nobody is like into Grace Adele. So I don't do that very often, but I'll certainly give a catalog out at a Scentsy party for Grace Adele and for Velada, or I'll bring a warmer and make that my contribution snack for the party. I will tell you, I don't think Velada does a lot better as far as sales if it's standing alone. If you're just doing Velada. If Velada is a just a sidebar snack, people love it. They absolutely, they'll come up and eat all your chocolate, but you don't sell a lot of it. And Velada now with the knives and with the reflect can really stand on its own with the rubs. I mean, you could do a full-on, I'm really excited, a full-on Benihana party with just Velada. So I'm gonna let this guy, do you wanna do your tickets now?
If you like.
He's like, everybody's looking at me now. It's up to you. If you want to wait, that's fine too. I know we have 5 minutes left, so I'd like a couple of volunteers. Who wants to play the scent game? Come on up. In the back and in the blue. And I'm going to ask you, now you have to pick 2 different ones. So if I said I like the smell of fresh baked bread, what scent would you give me? I didn't say it was going to be easy. You've got them all over there if you want to look.
Baked apple pie, but it's on bread that just goes
Good, good.
I guess. Fresh bread.
Oh, that's a good one too. Very good. I don't think there's a right answer. It's just what people would say to you. What if I said I like
banana nut bread.
There you go. Good job. I didn't say
Incidentally,
Water boy.
I work in the warehouse. I create the scents.
Okay, what if I said I love the smell of babies? Easy one, huh? And then what about Victoria's Secret? I love Lucky in Love or Love Spell. Absolutely. Yay. Well, thank you guys so much. And then I'm going to volunteer a couple that want to do a Grace Adele decoration table. Come on up. Come on up. See what you can do with the starter kit. What would you do to put it together? You can move it on my table. I'll make you some room. You guys, while we're talking, here are my cards. I would love to keep in contact with any of you that want to. Here, I'll just pass them out. Take one if you want. Thank you. Friend me on Facebook. I'm under Sandy Ayala, and my email is on there. So I'd love to talk to any of you. I love Scentsy and I love talking about it. Anything you need help with? I've been doing Scentsy for almost 4 years, 4 years in May. And I'm here locally in Northern California at Solano County, so. I'm in Cordelia, so I'm real close. So if you need help and you're local, come on down to our team meetings.
Do you find that, I find that people are weird about wanting to have parties around here. Like, I grew up in Illinois.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone does it. And
Yeah.
everybody knows. But then when I say, hey, I saw this, it's wonderful. You're interested in party, people just kind of.
I do think that Californians are less trusting as far as that goes. I do think that. I don't think it's impossible. More, I do have more. So yeah, I think it is harder here than in the Midwest, honestly. Let's be honest about that. But I don't think it's impossible. If you want it, you can get it. It depends if your director is local or not. But you're welcome to come to mine. I'll find out for you. Send me an email and I'll find out for you. I bet you I can find one. And I need some more cards. I have time for like 2 more questions, maybe. We have 1 minute. Anybody else? Oh. It doesn't like that. It doesn't like you. How long is it? 8 to 10 hours. So I tell everybody 60 to 80 hours in one Scentsy box.
Sorry.
No, you're okay.